Hello, people of the internet. My apologies, there wasn't any episode for at least a week. I was working mainly on internal stuff that I couldn't record, and yeah, there really wasn't anything like Fedora related for me for a week. So it sucked, but finally, I have something I can show you, or we can do together. So. Oh, by the way, of course, since I'm recording a video, there is always some noise going on in the house. So today they are bulldozing something outside, so that's perfect. Hopefully, you won't hear it that much on a recording. Anyway, we worked together on image builder CLI, and more specifically its feature to upload images to various clouds to various clouds. So we on recording implemented upload to IBM cloud, upload to not specifically like a cloud, but to a particular server that runs libvirt, so your own hypervisor of sorts. And we also implemented support for one more cloud, IBM cloud, libvirt, and OpenStack. We implemented support for OpenStack as well. I'm not kidding, right? Yeah, OpenStack. Sorry. So I successfully used these features to upload all our Copper Builder images, the recent batch of them, into all the clouds and for all the architectures. So it was perfect. I found only one small bug, which was surprising that it was only one. And that bug was very simple. There was hard-coded default as a name of a libvirt pool that the image was going to be uploaded to, and I just needed to fix that to use the actual value that user provided. So that was a one-liner fix. So that worked perfectly for all of our Fedora Copper Builder images. This week I'm upgrading builder images for internal Copper instance, and I found several more, not bugs, but small issues. One of those is we cannot specify a profile, like credentials profile for AWS. So I don't want to show you like the AWS credentials, obviously, but the file looks something like this, right? So if I open some Scratch buffer, like you have default, and here is the I don't know, some key, right? And you can have profiles. So you can have, for example, like Fedora Copper profile, right? And have the key here, and so on. And the image builder always uses this default and doesn't use the it cannot use any other profile. So I think we should implement support for it. By the way, don't mind this. This is just my some dot files of mine. Anyway, so let's find the image builder code, and I have no clue what in it. I should probably try my command for uploading and see if it works, and then we will modify stuff. So I have a documentation, or we have a documentation in Copper which I closed. So copper docs, maintenance documentation, yeah. So we have how to upgrade builders. And it actually mentions only running a script. Sorry. So we need to go to Ansible, Fedora Infra Ansible. This has Ansible playbooks for all Fedora servers. And here is a script for uploading to our builders to AWS. So somewhere here should be AWS. Yeah, EC2, I was not looking for that. Okay, so this is basically the command that we use for uploading. So we can test it here and keep all of this. Let's do name will be Frostix test, and we will put a date there so we can be definitely sure it is us today trying stuff out. 28, 8. Oh, it's 28 already. Oh shit. Okay. x86-64, right? And the file. I hope I will have some tab completion since this is multi-line, but it will be in Git. Yeah, it works. Git copper image builder output. Let's do image disk row. Yeah, this one. So if we press this, it starts uploading and it works. Okay, it works. So, of course, by running the command like this, we used the image builder that I have installed in my system, right? Not the image builder from Git. So to use image builder from Git, I have some notes how to do that. So running tools from Git, image builder CLI. So we need to go to this repository that, I'm in internal copper, yeah, hopefully. Yeah, fortunately I didn't print anything out of that directory. So let's go to git cmd blocks. We need to go to git image builder CLI. And from there we need to go here, do go build, right? We are missing some header files. Can we simply DNF search? Now, I don't know if this is caused by the fact that I'm inside of a Nix shell. This is very new for me. I'm experimenting with that. So, you know what? Just for the purpose of this video, let's go out of that and work without the Nix shell. I will no. I wanted to do go build, right? I wanted to go here and go build. Yeah. Okay, so maybe it was caused by the Nix shell. I actually really don't know. Like I'm using Nix, or trying to use Nix for maybe, well, since weekend, so 3 days. And I'm using it only for the purposes of a home manager and managing my dot files so far. So I don't really know. Anyway, go build worked and this works too. So now we basically can take our reproducer command, like the command for uploading, and just put this so we can run it from the local directory instead of the binary installed in the system. So yeah, we are using locally compiled file. That's good. Now we should probably go to main branch, right? And we should probably git pull new changes. If we take a look at the latest one, it is from a few days ago. That's believable. Okay. Now the thing that we want to do, right, is specify AWS profile like this, AWS profile, and the name of the profile, right? So as we had in the this is my AWS credentials file basically, and I have the Fedora copper there, and I don't want to use default. So yeah, let's do Fedora copper. And if I put this, yeah, of course, unknown flag AWS profile, we need to implement that one, right? That's what we are doing in this video. Sorry, I'm a little bit disorganized. It seems I quite quickly forget how to speak and do stuff. So yeah, but we will get back to it hopefully quickly too. Anyway, we need to find the argument parser in the image builder code, right? So if we go to image builder CLI, where it can be actually. So I have no idea. Somewhere here. Is it main? Maybe it's main. Yeah, it seems to be. Yeah, nice. So I already can see the AWS parameters. So we can probably add a new parameter that would be called AWS profile. AWS name, bucket region. Okay, we can put it even here. AWS profile. So this will be name of the AWS credentials profile. I think this makes sense, right? So somewhere in the code, we are doing something with AWS tag, and on the same place, we need to process also AWS profile, right? So AWS tag, if we search for it, nothing. If we search AWS tag, nothing. Okay, where and how it is used. If we git grab AWS tag, it is in upload. Okay, let's go to upload. AWS tag. So on the same place, we need to process the AWS profile, right? So what are we looking at? By the way, let me open the main here also. Yeah, one thing we messed up is the default, right? So for AWS Stack, it is a list of strings, right? Because in Python terms, I don't know what it is in Go terms, but because it like we can pass multiple tags at once, right? But for AWS profile, we only want to pass one string, similar to AWS bucket and region. It can only be one string. So I'm presuming this is the correct default. And one thing that confuses me a little bit is what are we doing here? Why couldn't we get the string when there is the default? It's a bit weird, but okay, that's fine. Profile. Okay, so we successfully parsed the profile, and now we probably do something with the variables here, right? So we are creating options here, and we are creating a new uploader here. By the way, why is my LSP not running? So should the profile be part of the options? I think yes. So we would want to do something like profile here would be profile. Every time I save the right buffer jumps, I don't know, some bug in my Emacs, whatever. So we need to probably find uploader options, these ones, right? And we need to, why did it jump to, okay, we jumped to images, we need, I popped the stash. There is this important change, and this basically says, hey, don't use images from the from GitHub or the published production ones, but instead use the images like the package that is on my system, so that we can have changes also there. So if I jump here, I'm inside of the images probably. No, I'm not. Okay, let's go there. Git images. Okay, we can go to main and pool. So yeah, if you take a look, we are here and we are going to use these images. Let's do go build. It will not work, of course. Sure. But hopefully if we jump here, we will be, we are inside of the same local project. So we can modify it now. So we can add profile here, which would be, what am I looking at? What's arch here, for example? I think we want just string, or am I incorrect? It's string with small s. Okay, so I think we successfully, we didn't. Uploader options. Is the LSP acting out or is it incorrect? Anyway, let's maybe go build and fix the error that we have here. So on 600 we have some problem. So this one. Oh, string array off. That's just stupid, of course. And I think we should maybe move this before the AWS tag. If we try to compile now, we successfully built this. So I guess the LSP is just acting out here. Now we specify the option. Cool. So I guess we just need to use it somewhere, right? So for example, the same place. So the same place the tags are defined, we need to also define the profile, of course. So let's do profile, ops profile here as well. So we will have profile, which will be a string, which I already have, Jesus Christ. Here, I meant here. So we will have profile, which will be a string, and I cannot type. String. Okay. Does this still work? It does. Cool. And I think the code that actually uses it is in some different files. So let's search, for example, the bucket name. Bucket name. Yeah, this is the right file. Yeah, good guess. Okay. So check bucket permissions. Create security group. Yeah, okay. We didn't write the AWS code, right? That was the only one that worked by default. That was implemented by the image builder team. So this is a bit new code to me. But there needs to be, yes, see, register. Upload. They need to somewhere create the credential. Check this out. Initializes a new AWS object targeting specific endpoint. The credential should be, if file is empty, it will look for the environment variable. Okay, that's cool. So I suppose this is actually the thing that we are trying to do. And seeing the default here, I kind of think this is the actual thing that we want to change, right? So we somehow need to get our profile into this function. I have no idea where it is called from, so git grab this one. It's in images, so git grab this one. What the how is it there only once? Who uses it actually? This is weird, isn't it? And I suppose like Go doesn't have object orientation, and it cannot extend some objects or classes because it doesn't have classes, right? So this cannot be like overriding some function from a different like from the library, from the AWS library itself, and that would be used from there, right? That's nonsense in Go. So we need to call this. We need to be the one calling this. I don't believe we are not. So just for fun, what if we put AWS profile here and say it will be string, and I cannot type, and then I try to build this. This needs to fail, right? There's no way it doesn't fail. How is that even possible? Are we really not using this function? Is it possible we are using this one? Let's do some printf debugging. So let's do this. Foo. Let's maybe do this, and this will be bar, and let's try to build this. And of course we want to run our image builder to test that, and we don't have any output. Jesus. So where are the credentials coming from? New session here, this one? Here is also something maybe related. Here is some default. So okay, there is the same kind of like, sorry, but if we search for the other default, like check this down, right? This function. So file name, region, and stuff, and this does the similar kind of thing, right? And it even has the exact same docstring, so of course it is confusing. Anyway, Let's try, maybe this will be the one. Still no output. Are you kidding me? Git grab this one, nothing. Git grab this one. Okay, but we found... No. I mean, how is this even possible? So what if we try to git grab for this string? Okay, it's on 2 places. I think we've seen both of those. So that's not helpful. What if we git grab for default? Like here, these looks relevant, but not the rest of them. So that's both in AWS Cloud. So this one. Like, what the hell? You know what? Let's maybe try one thing. I will off screen edit my credentials. Config. It's not config, it's just AWS credentials file. And I'm commenting out the default section and keeping only named profiles. So when we run the upload now, wrong file here. When we run the upload now, it will definitely fail. 5 megabytes, that's okay, and now it fails. Okay. So is it possible that this helps us find the actual problem? Like the actual place in the code. So if we try to git grab this, nope. What about this? Nothing. Get metadata. Nothing. Oh, well, that's just great. What about in the other project? Git grab here. Git grab here and here. Nothing. Okay, I have no idea. What's this? Git grab. Git grab. Like, what the hell? I don't understand where the credentials are coming from. Uploader. Upload and register. Yeah, this. So we implemented this method, upload and register, in all of our implementations for other clouds. So I know this function is definitely called. This is the entry point for the uploader. Now, what does it do? So this is just fine. Upload and upload from reader. And a defer function, which I have no idea what actually is. But then it deletes the object. And here, file is already uploaded, right? So upload from reader needs to be actually uploading. So and it takes the bucket name. So yeah, somewhere inside of this, the upload must be happening. So AWS client interface. So I suppose this just defines the interface. But where is this code implemented? Git grab upload from reader in AWS cloud. For some reason it didn't find, but here upload from reader. So we are here, right? This is the code or the string we are seeing in our console. Uploading something to something. No, not really. Why am I getting the sense that this actually doesn't print to the command line? Does this print to command line or to some log? It prints to the command line by default. I mean, how is that we are not seeing this actually? What is the most standard way to print into command line in Go? As you may have noticed, if you are new on the channel, I'm not a Go developer. Okay, this one. Okay. So we will try this. Go build. And running. Okay. Well. So we may have been right the whole time. I just took an incorrect print statement and fucked us. So let's go to wherever we thought the credentials are being done. So I think we guessed this is the place. No. Let's search for default. Or maybe this one. Yeah, this is the better string to search for. So I think the BBB one, right? This is probably where it will be. Go build. No, it is not where it is. Weird. Okay, what about here? And this is foo. The ancient techniques of printf debugging, right? Still nothing. Okay, well, I already thought that we found it and we didn't. What the hell? How is that even possible? So, what should we do next? Yeah, we need to go back to CCC and continue to see what's happening. So this is called, and we are calling upload here. So we need to go back and see what is a back. What does it mean to go back? We were in uploader. Yeah, we're here, right? And we are passing. What the? No. AWS Cloud. Upload from reader. Oh, it's. What does this mean actually? It is implemented. Yeah, this is implemented on a struct, object, or whatever, right? So what is this? Struct, yeah. And it has the client and so on. So we are interested in this. EC2 client. But this is. What are we looking at even? Images, instances. It just defines the interface, or like EC2 client. Yeah, basically interface of this EC2 client is this. That's not helpful, right? Where were we? Oh my god, this is confusing. How is this complicated? So do we pussy out and ask for help? Let's try this then. Let's try this. Can it start, please? Nothing works today. Ah, okay. Where in the code do we actually read AWS credentials and the pool, the profile they are using? I'm really curious if it is able to find out. Here is where credentials and profile are at. New static credential. So he says in AWS Cloud Go, so this one, line 70, new. Okay. We can put the debugger there. Then he says line 92, the same file, I suppose, 92. Yeah, we have a debugger here, or print here, nothing is happening. 112. We can put the debugger there. And he says new for endpoint 173. 173. New for endpoint. Okay, we had a debugger here, but the wrong one. So okay, 173. Okay, some other comment. So what now? EEE. So wherever is EEE? Here. Config load default config. So this maybe reads the, so this or this. Okay, whatever is this, function from config. Oops. So load default config. Where are we? Okay, we are inside of the AWS SDK. Okay. So we can see it returns load default config and test profile. Okay, yeah, I believe somehow the profile can be passed to this. Is it the to do? So explain this to me. Or let's try Claude. Let's try Claude. Explain this to me. What parameters it expect and what is the context to do? It loads an AWS configuration SDK. It's default credential provider, signatures. It takes two things, context. I don't have specific context, okay. Options. Each one is a function modified SDK with region, with, okay. So we are doing like the signature confuses me because we have the context, that's one, and then we have this, which I would expect is one additional parameter. Oh, I mean this. One additional parameter. But check this out. We are doing, yeah, one additional parameter. Okay. But the thing is, here, they are actually like passing multiple, so that's weird. So what I think is we will need to pass this basically new default. What the fuck? Like, I don't understand why this exists, since it is not called, and it really pisses me off. Anyway, I need to specify a profile there. You need to add with share config profile. Okay, Here is with credential files. Okay, so yeah, okay. Can we do that actually? Like this, right? So if we put default here, this will this start working on or not? It shouldn't work. It doesn't work. If because if you remember, I off-screen removed my default section. So if I do Fedora Copper now, it doesn't recompile this. And it works. Okay, so this is actually the place where we need to specify the credential. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. This was a torture. Like, yeah. I must be completely misreading some stuff. By the way, if we like, okay, Claude told us that we need to specify this. Are we able to read this from, for example, the documentation if we didn't have Claude? So nope, we couldn't. Like, maybe you could, I couldn't. Anyway, so we somehow need to get the actual thing that we have in AWS profile parameter. So new default. Oh, this will be painful because we need to probably add the profile here, which will be a string, which will of course somehow work again, and I will, good, it doesn't work. That means we can fix it. So uploader 54, uploader.go, and that's upload.go. Jesus. Uploader 54, new default, yes. New AWS client. So this will have profile, and this will do profile, and it will be a string. Good. Now it should fail somewhere else. So uploader 61 region profile, and we should have the profile in the options, and I'm not sure if the small case or uppercase, so we will try both. Good. Good. Which means we should be able to use, oops. We should be able to use the profile like this. Now go build. Run this again. It is uploading. Let's wait for one more tick to be sure. It uploads, and Copper failed to get shared config profile. good. The thing is, we somehow need to define the default, right? But I think Go doesn't support default values like in Python, like default, right? I think it doesn't support that. Let's make sure. Does Go support default values for function parameters or struct values? No. Yes for and I think we did the defaults for structs already somewhere. So what do they say about it? Like this, okay. So somewhere we are creating okay, so somewhere we are doing stuff with this profile. New uploader. By the way, what the hell happened here? Uploader options. We are using this somewhere. Uploader test, options, new uploader. New uploader. That's not it. That's not it. I want to quickly peek into, for example, libvirt. Do we have some defaults here? I don't think we have. What about IBM Cloud, for example? The new upload, like this is probably a good place to put default parameters, right? In the new uploader. Oh, what about OpenStack? I think this would be a good place. So if we go to AWS Cloud, new uploader, yeah, this is what we talked about. So, I mean, we could... like, we could do, I don't know, profile equals... profile equals opts profile, right? And then... do we do string profile? No, this is C, right? Profile, I don't know, what the hell? How the fuck do they create a... oh, we need this profile, and we could do if they don't do brackets, okay, if profile equals like empty string, then we could do profile equals whatever default, right? I suppose we could do this, and I think it will actually work. So go build, and if we do this, it works, sure. And if we don't specify the profile, no. Interesting. Bullshit, no, not interesting. Quite simple. Profile. Go build. And now it is interesting. And the neighbor started drilling. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. That's really cool. What the hell? I'm starting to go crazy. So let's do G here, and let's be sure we are actually in this code, because like I don't understand anything anymore. G, we are here. Good. So how do we print? I remember I asked on this. Yeah, we wanted this. So if we do, what if we do profile here? What happens? G value is what the hell is this? That's better. We had D here, so that probably stands for digit, so that's why it's some weird stuff. But now we have default. So what the hell? What about here? Like, this is the very place that we are creating the credentials. So that, oh, of course it fails, because I don't have the default credential, duh. If I uncomment it, it will work, right? We can test that. But let's do this one. Okay, this still works, good. Now I will, oops, I didn't want that. Emacs here. Now I will off screen edit the credentials, uncomment the default section like this, bam, bam, again for, yeah, this still works, and without, this works now. Okay, so it was correct. We just didn't have the default section, right? That makes total sense. And I have no freaking clue if this is the right place where to handle the default, but I think it actually is, because see, they do default value for the options here. So I suppose it makes sense to to do default for the profile here as well. So yeah, I think this can work. Maybe it could be even in the uploader options, but I guess it's safer here, so let's stick with that. Now, we have a lot of debug bullshit. So we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this too, we don't need this, this, and this. I guess we don't need this change either. Good. So go build again. Uploading. Okay, good. What I want to do is remove the default again from my credentials so that we can properly test it works without the default. That's the thing we are mainly trying to do here, so let's keep that use case. Yeah, we have the print nonsensical here and here. Good, I think. Go build. Run again, okay. Yeah, it doesn't work because I removed the default, but with this it works good. Good. I think we finally freaking made it. This was a lot more confusing than I would expect. Is it because it's the first thing in the morning? Is it because I'm dumb? Is it because I didn't do any video and go for a long time and I'm kinda rusty? Maybe, let's hope so. But the thing that will be a problem still is go test probably. And I'm not looking forward to this at all. But since we are adding the default, it could work. Oh, okay. This fails on completely weird places, which tells me we don't have probably we don't have it properly set up for running the tests, which is okay. I typically run the tests in the CI when pushing the pull request, which is stupid, but whatever. It was good enough until now. We will do that. Maybe the tests will not fail and we will not have to deal with that. Anyway, we should file a pull request. And we have two places that we changed, right? We did. This is the images repo and git diff. This is the image builder repo, and this is a bad place where to. No. I thought this is in the images repo. I don't want this change here. I don't want this. No. This, like, the images library needs to work properly on its own. So on its own, it needs to have a reasonable default, right? So we need to Sorry. No. Sorry. This is of course parsing the. I'm so triggered. Sorry. This is of course parsing the command line argument like this one. So this is correct. This is correct. Of course, the default is set here, which is in the images repo. So everything is okay. Everything is okay. We have no problem. Good. So we can file pull requests. Git checkout B. What will be our branch? AWS profile. So in the images repo, we want to commit this, and we want to commit this, and this, and we want to commit AWS cloud, I guess would be the prefix. AWS, no, AWS cloud packages. Okay, so they use package / AWS cloud. Good. So package / AWS cloud, allow specifying like this. Looks weird. Specifying allow specifying AWS profile, credentials profile. The syntax, like they have in the code, so we can probably borrow that. Default. Ooh, default. Wrong file. Here we wanted this. Where is the file name? Here. The file looks like this. Some profile. Secret 3, secret 4. This allows us to specify the non-default profile. Good. Right. So we can push this now. Into my fork, and from that fork we can create a pull request. So this was a very small change. We should maybe run git format or git format, git go format. Jesus, go format. And we need to specify, I think, the file name. Go format help. Oh, come on. So git format package AWS or AWS cloud, right? Package cloud AWS cloud. So maybe our commit message is incorrect. Anyway, git format Go format and the file name. So for example, uploader, no. How do I use Go format? It's Go format. Go format here. Interesting. Okay. Go format. Okay, no changes. Good. So we formatted correctly. That's good. That's good. Why it isn't Go format and it is Go format? That's weird. Anyway, we wanted cloud here. This is the correct one. So we need to git push force and take a look here again. Package cloud, AWS cloud, all specifying AWS credentials profile. Good. So this, and now we need to also image builder git checkout b AWS profile, and we need to commit the changes also there. So we'll go to image builder CLI random file and git. So go mod, no. This one, yes. And this one too. Good. Now we can probably do the same commit message that we did here. Allow specifying, and they do test devel chore. I never understood what what the prefix exactly stands for, but they use cmd here and it does stuff with the AWS uploaders. So maybe let's do cmd like this. Allow specifying AWS credentials profile, see this pull request. I think this is good. Git push. Like this. And we are done. Creating this pull request. Okay. That's it for today. My apologies, it was a lot confusing and I was very much disoriented. Hopefully I will be back to some reasonable capacity soon. However, I'm planning a holiday next week, the whole week, so I guess not. But I'm planning to do at least some other image builder videos this week. I found a few more issues. Anyway, thank you all for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.